Jump in the game, let's take a ride. Features gaming, it's time to vibe. From London town to the Roblox scene, he's the master of the gaming dream. Roblox gameplay, F1 racing, with content so amazing. But he's got a game that's one of a kind. It's SEO, the train game. We rewind. All aboard, we're heading down the track. With features gaming, there's no looking back. Roblox adventures, he takes us far and wide. Join the fun, hop on for the ride.
Yo guys, Features Gaming here. Welcome back to another stream here on the channel, and today we are going to be playing some Euro Truck Simulator 2. Why does this look very weird on my? Oh yeah, of course it is. Because what I'm trying is I'm not using my iPad as a third monitor to see if that helps with the frame. So on my iPad I've got the portrait stream. On my phone I've got the, on my iPad I've got the landscape version. On my phone I've got the portrait version. So it's a bit tricky for me to try and manage both chats that way. But I'm going to try my best. I mean, I could even try and do something like that. That way, I can try and manage both chats at the same time. Actually, you know what? That isn't a bad shout, actually. If I just increase the brightness of both of these slightly, then I might be able to actually see both chats quite clearly. And I think I have done. So, hello Josh, hello Harry, hello Southwest Level Crossings UK, hello Reese as well, hello Buccaneers, hello Ruben, hello Swindon Town, hello I've already said hello to you. Hello, Lewis, as well. And hello, everyone else as well. I'm early because, again, we had an early tea. So, I'm ready early. But yes, as you can see, on the actual game, we are obviously on the menu screen. And we've changed our truck. Again, we were running with I think it was a MAN. I've decided to go for a Volvo. It's got 780 horsepower, I do believe. So it's pretty beastly. Hopefully it should be able to pull a bit, a few better, things, if that makes sense. Hopefully it should be able to pull something a bit more heavier. And it just looks really good too. Again, camera mirrors as well, which should be good. So yeah, that is the plan. Hello Mansas as well, by the way. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. So obviously, if you are not familiar with this series, this is the Capital City Convoy series, and what we do is we drive to each capital in the game, and if you go to the plan that is obviously pinned, you can see we started this. Thank you, Reese, by the way, for the donation, though. And, oh, I can actually like it because it's not on a thing. We started this on the 2nd of June. And then the next episode we did was on my birthday, funnily enough. And basically, it's today's date, which I actually need to fill in. What's the date today? It is the 15th of September, so 15/09/2025, because I do UK spelling, because Americans are weird. I know. And we're going to be doing the first journey which we need to do. So let's put that onto yellow and let's see where we need to go. So we're going to be going to Belgrade, which will be picking up Serbia, I do believe. So that is what we're going to be doing. Thank you to whoever that was for subscribing. That implies to me that Streamlabs is connected to the portrait stream, which is unfortunate. We are doing Iceland to North Korea. No, we are not. No, we are not. So yeah, that is our first job of what we are going to be doing. So let me get that back up, and hopefully it will tell me who subscribed. It was Mantas. Thank you for subscribing, by the way. In order to get a membership, I think you need to do it on the portrait stream. On the website version. There should be like a join button, and you should be able to get it from there. Anyway, let's first set up the thing, and then we'll get driving, shall we? So, job dispatcher. I'm running 62. We'll get this. So we're going to Belgrade in Serbia. And let's take just something weird. Let's take some beans, because, you know, beans, beans. Navigate to the company. There we go. Thank you, Reese, for yet again another donation as well, by the way. Thank you so much. Right, let's get my wheel on. Get that turned on. There we go. Why did my wheel just turn to the left? Ah, I see why. Hold on. Give me a second. I know. That needs to set to reel and that needs to be set to wheel. Now that should be working. Right, let me skip that as well. Right, let's get the thing on. I think that's on. Is it on? I think so. Right. Lucky for us, the depot is literally round the corner. Never mind, we're back to 30 FPS. I don't know why this game likes to lag. Oh well. Is this Wednesday a game of your choice? Yes, this Wednesday. Well, at least I know that it wasn't Duet then that was causing my frame drops, which is interesting. Right, Belgrade. This is going to be a bit of a longer journey, I think. Also, let me go to this as... There we go. Right, we need to go around the back. There it is. Is that not in? There we go. You're playing F1 Manager 24? Awesome, awesome. Right, let's get going. This journey will take us 36 minutes, it reckons, on my thing. So let's get to it. Hello, Coco Mentos. There, Coco Mentos. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. To know what Fetch streams, check his posts. Indeed. Although I actually don't think I've published the departures for this week, so I need to do that after the stream. Someone please remind me. Otherwise, I will forget. Right, speed limits, off we go. Just did Monaco earlier, got a 1-2, awesome. That still works as well, awesome. Thundering and lightning, actually. Might need to up the windscreen wipers. Hello, Freddy, as well. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. He's running on the average Renault engine. Oh, you forgot to replace Piastri's engine. Oof. So, are you managing McLaren, or what team you managing? Oh, you're at Alpine. Oh, you're doing your 2038 save, I see. Why have I just got an advert for that? Right, about to get onto the highway. Right, let's get up to, is it 62? 62 miles an hour. And we'll be good to go. What do you mean by close one there? I thought I was fine. Right, lock in the cruise control at 62. And we will cruise down. Do they still call it a motorway in European countries, or do they call it a highway? Or whatever their variation of highway or thingy is. Because I know in Germany it's called an Autobahn. I don't know about other countries though. You already subscribed back in June. Awesome. Well, I appreciate your ongoing support. I've had problems with McDonald's yesterday. Ice cream machine broken. That's not a problem. That's the norm. There's really nothing. That's not a problem. You know, that's the norm with McDonald's. You'd be surprised if there was one that was working. Really? We're already coming off the highway? For a moment, when I looked at my mini-map and saw the name of the city, I honestly thought it said Piastri. It isn't. I'm loving it. It's a bit tricky to do that jingle, to be honest. Probably should actually go into the rightmost lane, actually. What's the speed limit here, by the way? Is it 31? Well, miles, obviously that's about 50 kilometers. Alpine have had no DNF since the 2036 Austrian Grand Prix, I see. Yes, SCR should be this afternoon, because there's no racing, there's no football, there's no... Oh, wait a second. Isn't it Qatar this weekend? Crazy. Double check. Is it Qatar this weekend? Oh, it's Oof. Well, it's still a race. I need to check the timings. If not, it will be an evening stream. Quali is 1 till 2. Is that my time? Because that might be okay. And the race starts at noon. That should be okay then. Yeah, hopefully the afternoon will be fine. Well, providing there isn't any like red flags and things like that that causes quali to like overrun, or the race in fact. Hello Noob, by the way. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. I'm not streaming on Twitch, Reese. I only do YouTube now, remember? I don't do Twitch. The only time I do Twitch is if there's an issue on YouTube. Other than that, I just stream primarily on YouTube. Oh my god, that went a bit weird. Wait, that hasn't told me who just followed. Unfortunately, I don't know who it was. I apologize. Oh, that was you on Twitch, right? That would make sense then. Providing quali doesn't overrun, it'll be at 2:30. If not, then it will just start when qualifying's finished. It'll start when it starts. I mean, yeah, that too as well, to be fair. That too. How to be a guard in Roblox SCR. You need to train up to be the rank. Also, I don't know why people have such an issue with the theory questions. Like, if you actually read the guide, you will know the answers. Like, all of the answers are literally clear as day in the guide. And, you know, it's not like, you know, it's not that you have to, you know, memorize the guide and then answer the questions. You know, you can read the guide as you're doing the questions. So you literally can see the answers. You can't pass the answers. Then, like I said, as you're doing the quiz, look at the guide, because it will it gives you the answers in the guide. Sometimes it's literally there, clear as day. Yes, sometimes I will admit it's a little bit reading in between the lines, but it's literally there, clear as day. And how do I know? Well, I'll tell you maybe next week. Well, mainly when I was doing the Guest to Guard challenge, you know, earlier this year. Obviously, I had to do the theory questions, and obviously, you know, I just wanted to make sure that, you know, I was doing the answers literally fully. So every now and then I did just have a brief look at the guide just to ensure I knew what I was answering, and just to, you know, double check some answers. And I was surprised at how easy they literally just give the answers away when I was doing them. Do I have a private server? Yeah, that is what we use, but obviously we only use that during streams. Also, hello Optimistic. I actually don't know if I said hello to you. In my mind I thought that I did, but then trying to retrace what I was saying, I don't actually think I did. I apologise. I mean, technically you didn't say hi in the first place, you just put E. So I don't know. Private servers are the best because a lot of people troll. A lot of people troll on the private server, that's the thing. Anyway, Piastri just got P2 with 84% worn engine. Wow. Your car must be pretty OP. Bro playing reload ranked and watching stream is so easy, definitely. Hello Kai, by the way, very tired. What about me? My name's not on there. But hello Kai, how you doing? I'm tired as well. I think honestly, I think we're all tired. I think Monday is probably one of the most... What's the word? I think it's one of the most tiring days, to be honest. Because, you know, you've just come back from, you know, a weekend, you know, you're trying to get back into the swing of things, and yeah, I do think it is a little bit, you know, tiring and stuff like that. Hello Saul and Joshua as well. Unless you have a PhD in ventriloquism, I'd believe you didn't. I mean, I can do basic ventriloquism. It's not fantastic, but I do a bit of ventriloquism. Can't even say it. Ventriloquism. What route am I driving? I am going from Bucharest to Belgrade in Serbia. I'm feeling nice. I'm going to oblige the weighing stations. You had 6 hours of sleep, but you're fine. Jeez, woke up at 9. I woke up... Actually, I woke up at 9 as well. I think I went to bed at... I'm going to be honest, probably midnight. For some reason, that seems to be my new... You know, that seems to be like my new bedtime. I mean, I don't have a bedtime. I can go to bed anytime I want, but usually it's around about midnight is when I usually settle down. Well, I usually settle down basically as soon as I finish my stream, but I don't go to sleep until like around about, you know, midnight. Is that bad? I don't know. Are we in Serbia yet? I actually don't know, really. I mean, I ain't tired since I have no classes today, and my classes are mostly in the afternoon. Yeah, that was one thing that I actually kind of enjoyed about, you know, about my time at college, you know. Well, my first year, not my second year. But yeah, I think in my first year it was 2 afternoon days, and... No, sorry. 3 afternoon... Right, on a Monday I was in at 10 AM for 1 hour, because that was when I was redoing English. And then it was, I think it was Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday it was the afternoon, and then Thursday I was in for the entire day. And then in my final year... What did I do in my final year? What was my timetable? I actually can't remember what my timetable was in what my timetable was in the final year. Oops. The marketplace is down on Roblox. Oof. No, I haven't pre-ordered Train Sim World 6 yet. No, not yet. You're right, though. I need to do it. I need to do it at some point. He stays up in case Carl messes up the stream schedule. I mean, yeah, that too. That too. Fair point. You have a fair point. Is it 50 here? Yeah. I'll be tired once I start uni. Yeah, uni is quite tiring as well, I do believe. Lectures and lab work, programming, making bridge simulations, etc. Bridge simulation sounds fun. It is, especially when it involves a lot of math and physics. Well, you excel in both departments, so... Hello, Doc! It's shocking how we're already halfway through September. Yeah, that's true, actually. That is true. I'm glad that I got a long weekend off. Honestly, though, I found it so weird how my English was on a Monday morning, and then I went home for like 3 hours to then go back to college in the afternoon. I think there was only one time where I actually stayed at college. Well, I say stayed at college, stayed out in town. I think me and Chloe, one of my old school friends who went to the same college, I think we were like both going into, or, you know, we were both going into town roughly at the same time, and we both basically just, you know, both just basically went around town for a bit. I say that, I think we actually went to McDonald's and had a bit of lunch. Honestly though, that English class was so good when I got it sorted. Essentially, what happens is if you don't get a GCSE in either English or maths, I don't know. I don't actually know what the current ruling is with this actually. But what happens is if you don't pass English or maths, you have to redo it at college. If you don't get functional skills level 2 as well, because that was what I changed eventually. If you had functional skills level 1 or 2, or if you had functional skills level 2, then you didn't have to redo it. But at the time that I had to do English, it wasn't, you know, that wasn't a thing. And what happened with us is that you had to go to the class, as it did hinder your attendance. But the thing is that obviously when I was at school, I had a lot of support. Okay. When it came to college, I was just assigned a class. Okay, there wasn't anything in place. I literally just got assigned a class, and I had to go with it. So, with my college being a mainstream environment, it was very different to, you know, what it used to be, or to how I remember it. So this is going to sound normal, but for me this was so overwhelming. Okay, I went into a classroom, one teacher at school. There was a teacher and a teaching assistant. Okay, how many pupils were there? I'm used to around 10, maybe 12, 20 to 30 people. Like I said, to you that sounds normal. One teacher teaching 20 to 30 people. I'm not used to that, okay? So I went in there, and, you know, again, don't forget, I have autism, and I say learning disability. I don't really have a learning disability. I just find it tricky to learn and remember stuff, if that makes sense. Like, I find it tricky to, like, take down notes and also learn at the same time. It's a bit weird. Anyway, I got so overwhelmed in that that I think I literally just walked out halfway through it, halfway through the English class, and was just, no, I'm not going back. I don't care if it hinders my attendance. I'm not going back there. So I went to the person who dealt with learning disabilities and, you know, special needs and stuff like that, and we organised another class. I say organised another class. It wasn't actually an organising, it was creating a class. It was literally a one-to-one with me and another teacher for an hour, and that was honestly one of the best things that's ever happened to me in college. I literally got assigned, essentially, my own personal teacher to teach me English. It was so good. Of course, you know, throughout the year, I think 2 other people joined. I can't remember their names. But again, that was fine. You know, 1 teacher, 3 pupils, that was so good. And honestly, the person who sorted that out couldn't have done anything better. That was like it was like Christmas Came Early. Well, I mean, it wasn't exactly Christmas Came Early because I still had to do English, but you know what I mean, you know, in terms of how they sorted the situation, it felt like Christmas Came Early. But yeah, I was still tired on a Monday. But as we were learning stuff, I was trying to write an email to the head of education of the UK at the time, basically asking, look, you know, what's wrong? You know, I got functional skills up to in English. I didn't get my GCSE. I thought the ruling was if I had functional skills level 2 and I didn't have to resit it. What's going on? Why am I being forced to resit it? I never got I never got a reply, but we did sort it with the person who obviously did the special needs. If I didn't pass GCSE that year, even after having to resit it, they wouldn't, you know, they wouldn't force me to do it again. Obviously, if I didn't have to, and I made it very clear that I don't care if I get it or not. I don't want to do this again. I don't want to do this for another year. So at least we got that, you know, clarified in a way. So I guess it kind of took the pressure off my shoulders that, you know, I was like thinking, right, I have to do this, otherwise I have to do it for another year. So yeah, I guess it kind of took, you know, that pressure off me, which was nice. I could fully focus on, you know, the exam and just go, well, if I don't get it, I don't get it. Don't get me wrong, I went in there trying, you know, I did go in there, you know, trying to do the best I could. Unfortunately, I didn't quite get the grade, but I think I was only like a few marks off of it anyway. But yeah, unfortunately I didn't get it, but we settled it that, you know, I was okay. I think we were going to see if we could actually get it remarked or something, but I think we argued against that actually, because when I say I was only a few points off, I think it was only like 2 or 3 points off or something. But obviously, if you re-examine or if you ask someone to remark it, then they might give you different marks for one of your previous answers that probably would have been lower than the one that you originally had. Say, if I got 5 for one question, then they could drop it down to 4 or something. So yeah, I think we just thought, you know what, it's fine. Hey, Belgrade, we're actually nearly there. 12 minutes. This should be the A1. No, it shouldn't be the A1 because we're not in the UK. But yeah. Yeah, I did go for a Big Mac when me and Chloe went to McDonald's. I think we walked in some parks on the way there, I think. Rather than just walking down a busy high street, I think we took some quiet parks, which was quite relaxing actually. Not being along the busy street with cars beeping all the time, people walking against us, you know, it was just the two of us having a stroll through the park. Very peaceful. Which again, I enjoy, you know, it wasn't like sensory overload, which is another thing that, you know, can sometimes get me. I mean, now I'm more, I'd say I'm more comfortable with like environmental sounds, but back then, I mean, I just didn't want to get stressed before a day of college, if that made sense. You know, I wanted to be fully chilled out, and I think going the route we did definitely helped me to stay calm. Do I watch FIFA? I don't watch FIFA, I play it. Well, sometimes. But yeah. You're not the only country with A roads. Well, yeah, you know what I mean, though. Guess the Racing Bulls line up on my save. Max Verstappen and George Russell. I've probably got that horrifically wrong. If it's not, then it's probably Mazepin and Stroll. Oh, Strugovic and Doohan. Okay, never mind. It was neither of those. Max and George already retired. Yeah, makes sense. Is the one on the right an auto one? Yeah. $56. Do I have any other funny college stories? Trying to think of some. I mean, my third year was quite eventful. I think it was my third year when my classmates introduced me to Uno. Because I actually don't think I played it in my first year of college. Testing, testing, 1 2 1 2. Testing, testing. Can you hear me loud and clear? Testing, testing, 1 2 1 2. Hey! Right, I don't know when my mic cut out, but you know. The only thing I remember from nursery is me doing a safari adventure thing. It wasn't an actual safari adventure. It was like a green screen. Actually, I think it was a blue screen thing. I sat in a toy car. The person was telling me to just look behind me because there was like a gorilla, a giraffe. Obviously, in reality, there wasn't anything there. But yeah, obviously in post, and they put something there. And honestly, at the time, I was like, how the hell did they do that? I now know they just keyed out the color and replaced it with a video. But yeah, that was it. I don't even know how old I was when I did that. I think I was like 4 or something, but I literally have no idea. So yeah, I think 4 roughly sounds about right. I think it was in my first year of nursery. Want to know what happened on my first day of nursery? Yeah, sure. I mean, I am in the VC. I mean, I can unmute, but that's completely up to you. Are we still not finished the first thing? It said we were going into Belgrade, and now we're still driving. I mean, there's 4 minutes still left, but one problem with that moment invasion. Okay, then never mind. A peace treaty. That sounds something that they would offer in Star Wars. Hello, Sozib, by the way, if that's how you pronounce your name. Yeah, Star Wars. Oh yeah, you've never watched it. In episode 1, when the Trade Federation are trying to assassinate Queen Amidala, so then they can have an invasion on the planet, which they do anyway, so that they could make the invasion legal. Queen Amidala was then rushed over to Coruscant to try and get the Republic's help, in which case, she voted and she moved for a vote of no confidence in Chancellor Valorum at the time, to help what was needed. So then they voted for a new Chancellor. Obviously, the rest is history. It was Chancellor Palpatine, who obviously we then discover is a Sith Lord and basically the person leading through the entire thing. But in that time, Queen Amidala then decides to go back to Naboo, for some odd reason. In that time, obviously the invasion is once again fully under, is fully done. The Trade Federation have basically taken over that place. And they had to land somewhere else to try and get the Gungans to help, in which case the Gungans went to a sacred place, is what Jar Jar Binks called it. That's when the real Queen Amidala, who obviously was Padme, steps up. And then she devises the entire plan. Basically, there's a war against the Gungans. There's a war in the sky. Well, I say in the sky, in space, against, the... not resistance pilots, what are they called? The pilots trying to take down the Trade Federation control ship to basically deactivate the droids, and obviously Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi are fighting Darth Maul. And in that same time, Queen Amidala and or Senator Amidala and her bodyguards are trying to capture the Viceroy of the Trade Federation. Happy days. The droids get shut down. The Viceroy, I don't actually know where he goes. And then, yeah. Anyway, my first day of nursery, Let's just say I may or may not have turned the classroom into a swimming pool. Oh god. How did you turn it into a swimming pool? Well, yeah, but, like, how did you get enough depth for that? I mean, I know you're only children, but come on, I mean, how much water did you need? You left all the bathroom taps on for over 3 hours, and the teachers never found out. That sounds like... Where? Eh? Oh, after you left school. I bet you got a bit of a telling off after that, didn't you? If not, I would be surprised. What am I stuck on? I'm gonna have to do this blindsided then, aren't I? Fantastic. Every day I'm shuffling. It's not straight, but we'll take it. No, you actually didn't. How did you not get a telling off? That... I don't even know. Right. Next journey is to Budapest. We're going to Pest. Sounds like me. Where is Budapest? Come on, geography lesson, guys. Where's Budapest? I should ask my sister. Switzerland! Indeed, it is in Hungary. I am hungry, fetch. Good one. Good one. Ooh, butyric acid. That should not be in a curtain cider. Chemical sorbet? What's that? Oh, chemicals. Oh, absolutely. Let's take some chemicals. I don't know what chemicals they are. I just know they are chemicals. No, Switzerland is Bern. I know. But that my sister Lauren would say Switzerland. She thinks Belgium is a place in Germany. She thought Russia was in Canada. I mean, there was something else as well, but I can't remember. Hello? Why did I start not at 7:30? Because I was ready earlier. Right, 18 minutes this journey, not too long. You're texting some cars, I see. Right, let me get this back on as well. There we go. Let me guess. She also thought Australia was in New Zealand. She probably didn't even associate the two, to be honest. Want to go to New Zealand? I want to live in New Zealand. I have a teacher that did go to live in New Zealand, actually. Never heard of them since. You feel like Lauren would be the type of person, to think that Brazilians speak Spanish and not Portuguese. Yeah, she did. She did. She actually did. Because I think that she thought that Portugal was in Brazil. Or something like that. There was... whatever. Which is even worse. That guy does know that we are in Serbia, right? And not in the UK. You want an elimination tower? Awesome. No, that's just average Vulcan driving. Fair enough. Fair enough. Actually, we don't merge. We're good on fuel as well. We still got over half a tank. Budapest. We're already seeing signs for Budapest. It's quite mad, that. Hello JGS, by the way. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. All of these auto? Yep. GG's. There was thunder in the UK. There was last week, yeah. Apparently, someone was setting off fireworks on Saturday. How long have I had my trucking wheel for now? I honestly have no idea. I think it was start of March, I think. The stalks, though, I don't know about. Because the stalks were the last thing to come. I think the stalks came in May, like end of May. Or maybe April. End of April, start of May. Next month is October, so Halloween, indeed. I would say probably one of my least favourite months of the year. Well, I mean, don't get me wrong, Halloween is fun, but people take it too far sometimes, and that's what I hate. We also play a bit of a game as well. How many trick-or-treaters do we get? I think the previous 3 years we've guessed 0 and we've been absolutely correct. Actually, last year I think we did actually have a few, to be fair. The Killer Clown era in 2017. Oh my god, don't even remind me of that. Like, who actually believed in that? Like, come on. It was obviously a joke. Can't believe people actually fell for it. Crazy's favourite F1 driver, I can answer for you, Esteban Ocon. It's tied between Esteban Ocon and Lewis Hamilton. Oh my god, why are my frames so low? I literally did a test stream on this like last week and I was running 50. Hello NIJ as well, by the way. How are you doing? Next year, you're going into secondary school. Awesome. Well, I wish you the best of luck. I mean, they made it look quite authentic, and also if you're in primary school, you'd be quite gullible. Really? I mean, I was... How old was I in 2017? 15. I was 15. I never fell for it. Wait. Very well, and understandable that you can't say the name because it is Dutch. Ah, okay then. Do we only have 6 minutes left on this journey? This journey has flown by. You wish school was only 4 days. Real. Well, I mean, they teach you in school that equality is good. So why do we only have 5 days at school, but only 2 days at the weekend? Shouldn't we have 5 days at school and then 5 days as a weekend to make up for that equality? Hello? Human rights. You just received your school schedule. Right, come on then. Tell us what days you're in and what days you're not. That would not work. Why wouldn't it work? One day you go in, the next day you'll have off. You go in the next day, you have the next day off, and you know, you just keep cycling around like that. All days. What times though? Because if you don't have a half day on Friday, we're going to be in trouble. Monday and Friday you got 8 till 2:35. The others 8 till 3. Okay, that's fine then. That's fine. You would flop all of your exams then, because there wouldn't be enough time to cover all the content. Well, no, as in you add on 3 extra days to the week. We have Monday to Sunday, we add on Pi Day, Beach Day, and Tree Day. That's the point. How did someone come up with names of the week? Like, who actually invented the days Monday to Sunday? Some days at uni, it's 9 till 7. That's longer than a job. Tuesday, you have a free period, though. I see, I see. What's the point that we have Monday to Friday ever, though, that the weekend is just 2 days? Exactly. Is it raining again? But I'm continuing for another 3 years. I finished my mandatory 10 years of school. Your mandatory 10 years at school, mate. You say that like it's bad. We have to survive. We have to survive 15 years of education. And only then you can decide to either stay in education or you find a job. Or you be like me, you stay at home because you can't afford to work and you just play video games all day and try and make money that way. Joking. Honestly, I think I've said this story millions of times. YouTube honestly isn't streaming games all day. There is a lot more that goes into our lives than you think. Doing the gaming is only a portion of our job. Most of it is editing, thumbnail creations, admin, you know, boring stuff. It's not as glorious as one thinks. But you get to work from home though, which is good. And you're always working as well. Like, even when you don't think you're working, you are always working. You're not looking for a job whilst doing education at 15. Guess I'm making it 22 years. True. I mean, you can do higher education at any age. Even when you're at pension age, if you really want to do education, you can. It'll cost you a fair few thousand, but... You found a good job which pays £16 an hour. However, it's obviously part-time. I'm turning 16 soon, so I might have to apply. That's awesome. I'm still waiting. The thing is that ever since the pandemic, we've just never really felt like 100% safe going out. And due to that, I've not really looked for, you know, a job, really. I've kind of just stayed at home and doing the job that I enjoy doing at the moment, which is obviously, you know, YouTube. Because although, yes, I'm not earning enough to, you know, make a living out of it, you know, it's still something at the end of the day. Keeping me occupied. Alright. Oh, where's my phone? Duh! Right. On to the next one. This is going to Bratislava. Where is Bratislava, guys? And don't you dare go onto the Google Docs just to find out. I'll give you a few seconds before I turn it in. Where is Bratislava? Slovakia! Excuse me. Well, I mean... Optimistic was talking about turning his nursery into a swimming pool, so I think it's only right that we take some chlorine. Mate, I think you know a fact about every single element on the periodic table. Hello, Ibby Streams, by the way. No, I did not want to do that. Oh, no, still in reverse. Nah, I wish. Lol. I've just realised that my viewer widget is still connected to the portrait stream. Which is not actually correct, because my short stream is on 4 viewers. Oh, there we go. Now it's changed. Right, this will take us 11 minutes. We'll get there by 20 past 8. Hope everyone is doing well tonight. We are, thank you, and I hope you are doing well yourself. You haven't caught up with your sleep for 2 weeks straight. Oh gosh. See, that's what happens when you spend 6 weeks away from school, staying up late and stuff, to then just ruin your sleep schedule. I've ruined mine, and I haven't been to school for 5 years. Going to bed at midnight, waking up at 9 AM. 8:30 on the odd occasion. Speaking of which, it has to be 8:30 tomorrow. Oh, God. In the winter, it can sometimes be even worse. Because it's still dark outside until, like, 8 anyway. But I've sometimes found myself in the summer, sometimes waking up at, like, 5. Because it's so light outside, but obviously I always go back to bed. See, the thing is with me, is that I find it easy to go back to sleep in the morning. But when it's going to sleep in the evening, that's a whole different story. And going to bed in the evening is like supposed to be the peak time of when you're at your maximum, basically, tiredness. Yet you know, you still lie there. If people want to say, on quote, pretend to sleep, no, you don't. You just lie there, and naturally, that, you know, the reaction of you closing your eyes just happens. You know, or you just want to get some rest, and you know, it's a good way to rest, just closing your eyes. Naturally, you will just go to sleep, but you know, sometimes you're just lying there, not doing a thing, and no matter what you do, you just cannot get to sleep. But eventually, you do. Hello, Mark, though. I think there's only been, like, 2 instances, like, ever when I've actually, like, gone to sleep as soon as I've, like, went into bed. Or probably every day when I've stayed up the entire night before. So, there was a night once... or actually, wait, was it once or twice? I think it was twice when I went to Haven. One Christmas when I was like really excited, which honestly I don't know how I can cope that time. Well, I say that, like, I don't know how I was so excited that I couldn't sleep. Now it's just normal for me to fall asleep on Christmas, you know. There's nothing really to be excited for anymore. And it's kind of been a thing where over the previous few years, I've kind of learned to enjoy Christmas as the celebration, not really the day, if that makes sense. Like, I've learned to enjoy the festive atmosphere of it rather than just the day itself. And it honestly makes you appreciate Christmas more, I feel. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah, sleeps. One time when I couldn't go to bed until like 5 AM because I was ill and decided not to tell my parents until I had to tell them because I just wasn't feeling well on that day. The thing is that I don't want to wake up my parents if I'm ill or have any sort of issue. I don't want to wake them up. So if something's wrong, it's probably a little bit, you know, bad. If something's wrong, I probably won't tell them. Because I don't want to wake them up. And they always say, you know, oh, well, you know, for, you know, illnesses, you know, you have to tell us. I know, I just don't want to. Because I want you to get sleep. And that one time when I went on well, I was about to say on holiday. It wasn't a holiday. When I went on a school trip overnight, there was a book, and I only got 2 hours of sleep that night. The first time I think that I spent away, I think that was the first time I was sleeping without my parents. I think I got to sleep at like 2:30 and woke up at 4:30. Essentially, we had a rule where it was lights out by 10:30. At this point, I used to go to bed at like 8, so for me this was a huge deal. Now 10:30 is nothing. I mean, I've kept streaming until 10:30, you know, sometimes. You know, just normally. Yeah, I know 10:30 is nothing now, but back then when I was going to bed at like 6, or, you know, like 6, 7, this was a huge deal for me, okay? So we basically just spent the entire evening playing dominoes. Anyway, yes, dominoes. I actually knew how to actually play dominoes rather than it just being stack them up and then flick them over. Anyway, we all had to, you know, get into bed. No lights on allowed. You were going to bed. And basically one of the teachers came in and said, right, have a good sleep and we'll see you in the morning, go to bed, and then basically turned to me saying, am I alright? Because at this point I was just reading a book. And the teachers knew, you know, that this was a very scary moment for me. You know, I was frightened to do this. And I think all of the teachers were aware, but honestly they were brilliant. You know, always, you know, making sure to check up on me, making sure that I have a constant support as well for any time I need it. So yeah, just making sure that everything was fine. Anyway, where was I going with this? So yeah, the teachers were always, you know, checking up on me. I think they kind of knew that I probably wasn't going to get any sleep that night. So understandably, he knew why I was reading a book. Just to basically keep myself something to be entertained by. But like I said, I did eventually, you know, get about 2 hours of sleep. It wasn't a lot, but it was something at least. You went to bed at 6 or 7. Back in the day, yes. I know, crazy. I remember sometimes when there was like an England match and I could only watch like the first half. Bro. I could only watch like the first half and then had to go to bed. And then fast forward a few days later, I'd be watching a match at that time. And well, well, filming a match at that time. Hello, gamer named Matt, by the way. Today I have a bad day. That's not good news. Well, I hope everything will be better tomorrow. Are you taking like industrial heaters or something? Oh, we're literally here. We're already in Slovakia. Is the next place Warsaw or something? I'm not actually too sure. This is like one of the old depots. How did time even made? What was that sound I keep hearing? It's basically an alert to basically say I'm entering into a place, watch out for traffic, and it gives me like a breakdown of what the traffic is. I don't know how to turn it off. I want to turn it off, but I don't know how to turn it off. Oh, we're going to Prague. Where's Prague? In settings, most likely. Mate, I've checked the settings. It is indeed in the Czech Republic, or Cheshire, however you want to say. Compact generators. I think we can afford to take a bit of a heavier load. Oh. Can you check the fridge? No, I can't check the fridge. I can check the king. Because that's the whole point of chess. But as far as I'm concerned, you cannot check the fridge in chess. Did it have an emergency alarm 2 weeks ago? No, I turned it off. Get our beacons on. You hear Lauren in the background. Oh, she's probably outside my door then. We've already finished in Hungary, crazy. We've already finished there. Can I polish the truck? When we get to Poland, maybe. Maybe. Your emergency test was on the 11th at 11. I see. Well, I turned it off. Can at least check the truck. Yeah, it looks fine. Ooh. Don't try this at home. You know what I mean? Also, why do they say don't try it at home? Don't try it anywhere. Otherwise people are going to try it at their college, at school, at a friend's house. You need to cover all aspects. Don't try this anywhere. It should be try home. Yeah, exactly. Like, where are you going to find swords at home? Right, we are entering into Czech Republic. We have left Slovakia. We are officially in Cheshire. Like the Cheshire Cat. It's Czechia. I thought it was Cheshire. I thought there was something, you know, it was like supposed to be like pronounced as like an S. I just spelled that way. Okay then. Will I ever play Forsaken? No idea. If it's a horror game, no. Oh, it's like Flea. Alright. Hate the movie Matilda. Oi! Matilda's a great movie! Which one though? The movie or the musical movie? Because if it's the musical, there's one scene that makes it a great movie. Both. You can't hate the musical. They've got the red arrows in it! I'm not joking. In the When I Grow Up song, the red arrows are literally in that scene. Where are the blue arrows? In America. Known as the Blue Angels. Green arrows. Italy. And Saudi Arabia as well. Green arrows, you know. RGB arrows. I guess they are the red arrows as well because they do have, you know. Well, I don't know. One red arrow, one blue angel, and one Italian as well. The thing is with Royal Air Force jets, especially in the UK, is that everything is the same colour. Like, if there's a team of pilots, they're all the same colour. How long is the live? Until I get bored, pretty much. Until I get bored, or around about like 9ish. Hello, I don't know a name to choose. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. And hello, Saul, as well. You're now at Austria on F1 Manager. I see. Good evening to you two, Trainspotting Mainline. Hope you are having a good day so far today. What's the time in game, by the way? How do I tell that on my thing? I don't think this thing actually gives me the in-game time. Well, it's 22 past 5 in the game. Someone just got either teleported or kicked or banned. Well, I don't think they got teleported or kicked because it would have told me. I think they might have been teleported away for their ping because they seem to be lagging quite a bit. If I could live in any game, which one would I choose? If I could live in a game. Probably one that can make me a lot of money, because in doing so, then I can expand into different branches like Elon Musk and become an absolute sensational entrepreneur. I mean, I'm not saying Elon Musk is sensational, he's not, but he's an entrepreneur nonetheless, so it's probably what I'd go for. Hello, Train fan as well, by the way. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Going to F1 2025, easy from the contract. Yeah, true. I don't think I'd want to drive in Formula 1, though. I'd more like go on a Roblox tycoon that makes me a lot of money and do it that way. You're good, good, good. My favourite month. Well, I can tell you one thing. It isn't June. Because it's hot. Even though it's the month of my birthday, I really could not care less. I would say December. I like the festive month. Your favourite's February. Fair. And my birthday is the 23rd of June. Because it's a cool month. Cool as in, like, a good month, or in terms of temperature? Both. Oh, Dark's back again. Totally not because I was born in that month. Not fair. And yeah, leap years. February gets on an additional month. February for you too as well. It's your birthday? Well, happy birthday, JJS. Honestly, don't think I am, not gonna lie. Yeah, figured out one of your timetable classes are 7 till, or no, what was it, 9 till 7 PM. 9 AM till 7 PM. That's manual labour. Honestly. Your whole body aches, not pleasant. By the way, Doug, what happened to your hand or your wrist, by the way, that you put on Discord? My worst day at school. My worst day at school. Ah, you sprained, I see. I've gone to the wrong place. I'm going to try and turn around in there. I don't know if I should be telling you this story, but I'm gonna say it anyway. While I was waiting to get transferred to a different school that specialised more in special needs, I went to this other one, this other school that like were quite supportive. Basically, there was a student in there who could get a bit violent. I don't know what happened, but one day he decided that one of his victims would be me, and he scratched my neck quite badly as well. Obviously the headmaster intervened and obviously told him to apologise. I don't know what happened to him and what happened, but yeah. Not a good day. And yeah, I think I spent the next hour, 2 hours just getting it cleaned up, because you know it was actually quite nasty, and it was on the back as well. Hello Yeats as well, by the way. How are you doing? Right, we've completed yet again another job, and honestly I feel like we could do one more. Let's mark this down as completed. And yeah, let's do the next one. This is going to be our 5th journey today. And we're going to Warsaw. Where's that? Where's Warsaw, guys? Where is Warsaw? Poland! Indeed. Oh, dynamite. Really? It's just classic TNT, I think. I don't think it is. Let's take some SUVs then. Yeah. Oh, there we go. The country that I'm 1/8 from, apparently. And I had no idea. Until we did our family tree a few years ago. I do have, well, I don't actually think I've got the current version of Pro Mods, but I do need to get it, but we're not using Pro Mods for this challenge, because that would literally take us even more episodes than what it's taken so far. What time do I go to bed? Like I was saying before, usually around about midnight. I do need to fix it though and start going to, you know, back to bed like at midnight rather than midnight. Oh, this journey's going to take 28 minutes. Right, let's get to it. This is going to be nearly 2 hours of pure driving. Give way, mate! Thank you. Hello, Seb, by the way. What time for the Temple of Speed? William Bipes. What? Waiting for 1.56 release before grabbing Pro Mods again. Fair, I guess. To be honest, I think I'm kind of like the same. There's no point getting Pro Mods if you know that there's going to be like another release and that you're going to have to pay again. Well, that's if you use the paid method. Honestly, I started to use the paid method because I literally cannot be bothered to sit through 5 hours of it just downloading. So honestly, and it's barely cheap anyway. You know, it's literally like £1 or something. So probably not even that. But the other things I do get the free versions for. It's just the main Pro Mods package that I pay for. Everything else is fine though. Uh, 2.2.6 will release on the 30th of February 2026. And I'm sure you can confirm Optimistic as well, being a supervisor. Exactly, it's only like $1 or so. Hello, the transport lad, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. 30th of February, defo. Told you. I read that as only $1 and a couple of files. Oh, a couple of flies. I read files. Can you use mod vehicles in TruckersMP? No. Well, I mean, they've added in the Skoda and the bus, but not as a mod. Did you say 30th of February you can't? I did say the 30th of February. Work it out. If it's like police accessories, you will be kicked. Yeah. Coquina Square is probably full of trolls. Oh, it is. We've done it many times. I remember once being stuck there for a good hour. One leap year, which is February 29th. That's my point. That's the joke. No, I didn't hit the rocks. The rocks fell on me. Gravity. We've talked about this. That's a nice little viaduct there. Look at that. Also, in my defense, there was a truck coming on the other side as well, so... I basically had nowhere to go. So, just unfortunate timing. We've also done the Iceland road as well, which is pretty fun. Well, both roads actually. There's the icy one and then the one midway through, which is actually a hidden road. But obviously, you know, we discovered it. And we've also discovered the actual link between the UK and France. Basically the Channel Tunnel, but the actual one where you can drive. Like, you can actually drive from one place to the other. It's quite fun. I really hope that they bring back the Wonderland again this year. I loved it so much the previous 2 years. And I really hope it comes back for a third year. I loved it so much. Do I have a frame-by-frame evidence of analysis of you hitting the rock? I have a frame-by-frame analysis of the rock hitting me, yes, but not a frame-by-frame of me hitting the rock, because that didn't happen. Apes. But, you know, we can just do this. Fixed. You got a penalty, but no, I didn't. Didn't know about that one, the secret road from London to France. You'll have to join us one time then when we do it. We'll show you where it is. We should probably refuel here as well, because we are running a bit low. Oh, that's in a service station, never mind. Although I think I should have it, but I don't really fancy taking this truck in there. My favourite YouTuber? I don't actually think I have one. I just watch a lot of people. There's not really like one YouTuber that I kind of like rush to watch a video like every time they upload. Oh my god, it's raining again. That's the third time it's rained. I just saw one of the funniest crashes on F1 Manager. I couldn't get it recorded in time. Oof. Have I watched a movie called K-Pop Demon Hummer? No. Hello CHD as well, by the way. Basically what happened is an Aston approached into turn one. Which track is it? Just for a bit of context. Monza, okay then. And a vehicle already off the track, and in the background, a Ferrari off track. The Ferrari wiggles its way back onto the track, straight into the Aston. Oh, wonderful. I'm gonna have OBS open. Mate, you can just enable the NVIDIA instant record feature thing. Just use that. That way, when it's happened, you can record it. You know, you can just click a save replay button and it'll save it for you. We're gonna head off now. See you on WCR later. Oh yeah, we've got a training tomorrow, don't we? Lol. Indeed. I too have a training in a bit. Well, yeah, but that's on SCO. Well, I don't have NVIDIA. Wait, what GPU do you have then? Oh wait, you have like an RX thing, don't you? Task manager. Oh, fuel. AMD Radeon RX 570, thought so. Can I drive IRL? Used to. And was test ready, but the pandemic basically stopped that. And the whole reason why I haven't gone back is because, well, I don't see the need for me to get a license if I'm not actually going to drive. So I don't see the need to spend all of that money on driving lessons if I'm not actually going to use the car. So yeah, Kia Picanto. It's just sat on the driveway as a storage car now because Lauren doesn't even use it, and either. Is it small? I mean, it was okay. We used to have, a we used to have, I think it was like a weekly trip round to like a shop that's nearby. Just me and my sister. Those were the days. How many minutes until Poland? My thing reckons 11 minutes. You want to see me on the M6 with it? Mate, I don't even think it runs. I don't think I've even attempted to start the car for like 5 years. So the battery's basically is going to be dead. The tyres definitely need sorting. And honestly, I think it will be cheaper to just buy a new car when the time does come where I might actually start driving than to repair that car. So or I basically do a Chris fix and I try and fix the car myself using common hand tools. Oh my god, could that not have come any earlier? Have I been to a country before? Yes, I went to France, Denmark, Switzerland, somewhere else. I went to Lapland in Finland, I do believe. Belgium. I don't know about Belgium. Maybe. Scotland, Wales, Isle of Man, or Isle of Wight, whichever one. Although I don't know if you consider that a different country. Have I been to Ireland? No. Have I? I don't think I have. Wow, high beams do absolutely nothing. Yes, crazy is crazy. Hello, Kenji, by the way. Oh no, what else does nothing call a Pinto in an Alpine? Lol. Fair point. I'm so tired. Me too. Me too. OMG Ocon with an amazing start, up 3 by turn 1. Watch Ocon crash. Williams spins after starting on pole again. Wait, why is there Williams starting on pole? Crazy fetches. I'd say I'm quicker than Max. Actually, in 2021, I was quicker than him at Monaco. And that's proof. At Monaco. Mate, I don't even play iRacing. Plus, I've already beaten him in one game, so I want to save him the embarrassment of beating him in another game, so... yeah. Even though he embarrasses himself every single week for going into a Red Bull, but... hey-ho. I think I've already told you, it's Canada. He's driving a tractor. He's winning in a tractor. He only won in Monza because McLaren don't know how to race with team orders. Oh my god, the understeer in the rain is incredible. It's golden hour. Right, we're 1 minute away. You got a shout out for not pulling my ruler out in time. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know. No, arrival at PO sped. Right, let's quickly park this up and then we can end the stream. I don't know what button on my hazards. Yeah, we have done quite a few. I think that's our 5th one. Don't look at that. Don't look. No. Don't look at that. But yeah, that means in the next stream we'll be going to Vilnius. Where's Vilnius? I don't know. I'll check DMs now, actually. I'll do them on my phone. It's better be good. The average collar pinter in 19th and ass. Lol. Well, good luck for him getting to a hash in the first place. That's one thing. No, I haven't seen the gap. What was the gap? 5 minutes. Jesus. Anyway, I think that is going to do it for my stream today. We've actually done quite a lot of, quite a lot of driving today. Right, I guess I'll have to make this quick then before Streamlabs decides to ruin my stream again. So yes, if you do want to, or if you are excited and you want to see more Capital City Convoy, make sure you leave a like, make sure to subscribe as well. obviously tomorrow will be a British Railway stream. That will be in the evening. Wednesday will be Game of My Choice. Thursday will be Roblox, and then Friday will be F1 Manager and Minecraft. And then Saturday and Sunday should be obviously SCR and Roblox. I need to go ahead and do the thingamajig, the departure board, because I need to do that to get that sent out. And yeah, that is going to be it for today's or for the rest of the stream. So I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, like I said, make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe as well. It's completely free and you can always change your mind later. And I'll see you guys in the next video or stream. But until then, take care and peace out. And as always, stay fetchy.